I'm Margaret Ann Windsor and kidnapped from Buckingham Palace in 41 at age 2, brought to Moulton, Alabama, and given the name of a dead twin. Both of them, Peggy and Carl, had been killed by their mother. This is where they brought me, but I want to focus on what's being done to me now. This is me, and this is who I was made to call grandmother. This was the old grandfather who I won't get into. I hope all of it's so. This is the woman that killed her twins. She was unwed, Lina Dempsey, and I was made to call mother, and she abused me in ways, so most of the family, and they knew about this and covered it up, the killing of the twins. And when this was made in the spring of 43, I guess, I just got these. I ran away out this way, and they caught me, and they were going to put me in this family picture, and I told them then, I said, I don't belong in this family. They didn't have cars. They weren't dressed like this. This photo was specifically made. So anyway, I wanted to get to this is the twins. I'm just going to show this in where I wrote Osborne back November the 2nd, 2001, trying to get something done about my kidnapping, which I found out about in 83 after a political campaign. And nobody paid for the twins being murdered. Lina Dempsey went on to commit every crime in the book, plus trying to kill me numerous times because I was writing a medical malpractice book, MD, A License to Kill, before I found out about my kidnapping. And I was doing this in 76 to April Fool's Day of 80 when they put antifreeze in me. And she was afraid if the book was published that there would be a connection to me if it went public and everything, and she would be up for the gas chamber for killing the twins, and of course what happened to me she helped in. This is my dad, Edward the Eighth, and this is me, his daughter, finishing high school in Moulton, did not know my real name. That was one, I don't know how old I was there, I've just gotten these, and here. This is my Uncle George, who helped the Illuminati, the Freemasons, the Jews, and Joe Kennedy was ambassador to Great Britain appointed by Roosevelt, so all of these thugs got into my kidnapping. My own uncle, Joe Kennedy, the Jews, Roosevelt, the whole bit. It was orchestrated. 99-year seal put on it. So this woman is illegal, too. She's living in my homes, while I've had every dirty, sick thing in the book done to me. She's part of the New World Order that helped kidnap me. This is Larry Flint. I was flown out there during a campaign in 83 to replace Larry McDonald, the Dr. Congressman, that I'd written about in the medical malpractice book that never got published because I had antifreeze put in me, April Fool's Day of 80. After I had a letter from the FBI, June the 23rd of 79, and I thought it was because of the book I wrote. In part it was, but it's who I am. I'm Victoria II, heir to the British Crown, not this woman. And that's an article he did on me. So, really, I'm about to fall because I'm 76 years old. I wanted to get that in. By the way, real quick, this is my Aunt Georgia O'Keefe. Her sister is my mom, Claudia Ruth O'Keefe, legally wed to my father, not this woman. You see how history's been changed? Wallace Simpson was married to an imposter, never my father. And it's the illegal treaties that were signed by George and Elizabeth and after my kidnapping of 41. Now I want to get to this part. This is my son's marking Scott in an old photo here. Let me get that. Seems to be a glare there. Anyway, I wanted to get this in too. I'm so sick this morning. Everywhere I've gone the last years since I came here in '86, and I look back, I didn't know I was allergic to chemicals, that I have an immune disorder. And when I'm around toxic fumes, especially in close quarters, my immune system attacks itself, and that's equivalent to when someone deliberately rents me a place, or I rent it and they come in and do it to me, because law enforcement is involved in it. So they don't have the fear of facing prosecution for what they're doing to me. I'm a political prisoner, and so is Great Britain, what's left of us. But they've used this against me. And I've gone to the social media, Facebook, and which, by the way, has been hacked, and YouTube, and the media will not touch it. They knew before I did about my kidnapping. I found out in late '83. But I'm just going to show this, because back and forth over the years, I've tried to put things together, and where I would go, and mostly around Roanoke Troutville, where the Patels and Shaws own most of it, and they've gotten quite wealthy. They're from India, and it's the property and all, but they have become so wealthy, and I'll say this again, that November of '95, my jobs had been shut down. I couldn't get anything. I had no money. I lived on the Appalachian Trail and starved and froze. But anyway, I had done a live-in November of '95 and paid at the budget end. It's torn down now. It's not far from where I'm at the moment, near the trail. I'm too old. I'm 76, and what this has all done to me, the inflammation has destroyed my body, liver, kidneys, you name it. Lungs, legs, but anyway, it just keeps on. There's nowhere to go with it, and the media won't touch it. But I try to leave, and I have to come back here. And part of the ones here, law enforcement has long reaches, and I can't get an attorney. They have long arms across the state line, especially the FBI. But I want to say this again, it's the people, and this is going to go out, this tape. The people are the ones that have participated. The FBI gets stuff on the state and local, or get their participation. They get things on corporations, where you live. They go into social services and all this, and in exchange for keeping their jobs and helping do things against me, which part of it is the toxic fumes. They get to the owners of the places that are renting. I'm a tenant there, customer, supposed to be treated with some kind of respect. I pay for it. I don't pay to be gassed. If it was done to a Jew, there would be all-out war about this. But anyway, this is just where I stayed this last time since August the 2nd. And I've been fumes and everything, and suddenly, I mean, really bad. But they suddenly started a few months ago remodeling, which happens everywhere I go. And the thing is, unless I get an attorney is brought into a court of law where they face perjury charges, they've gotten away with killing me. They really have, and I'm close to it now. I wanted to get this on the tape. Where I'm at now, they just switched over, but they didn't. They're saying they're Motel 6 now, and I just paid another week to come back Saturday. And it's not this. Where I'm at here, if the air conditioning weren't rigged for toxic fumes, I wouldn't be getting the other stuff from there, the apartments that are being remodeled, the paste, the glue, and all the stuff that goes in it that makes me sick. But here, they deliberately set this up, and I can't put it all on this tape. Supposedly, they changed over to Motel 6, which is the same people owns it. And I don't know what all they did with the receipt, but I paid them $200 a week. I came back, and I have been filled with fumes. I can't get them out. They make my legs go just dead, numb. They won't move. I can't get into bed, into a car. It affects my back, my kidneys, all across it. Last night, I'm trying to stay till the rent's up, and I don't know where I go then because I don't have a car, and that gets into money I don't have. So I'm on the street or in the woods, and it's cold here, where they'd come and lock me up and say I'm not making the right decisions. You have to know what the